Unit 1 Borders and World Geography.
In Unit 1, we learned about
World Geography.
We learned about different ways to describe locations such as
Latitude, longitude, relative location,
and
absolute location. We learned to
identify
the
elements of a map.
We explored
thematic maps.
We
Inquired.
about what makes a border.
We classified borders as
human boundaries
or
physical boundaries. We wrote
arguments
about how many
continents.
we think there should be.
We read
Case studies
about
controversial borders.
in the world.
For our
Summative assessment,
we created
documentaries
about how these
Borders
impact people.
Unit 2 Civilization. In Unit 2, we will learn about how archaeologists study artifacts to learn about the past.
We learned about the
Human migration
and about the
agricultural revolution. We learned about the 7 characteristics of civilization.
We used the
7 characteristics of civilization
to determine if ancient
Sumer
was the
first civilization. Then we learned about the environment factors that allowed the first civilization to develop in the Fertile Crescent.
We thought about if
Hammurabi's code
was a
reliable.
source if learning about what was important to ancient Mesopotamia
Civilization. For your summative assessment, you created your own civilization and presented to the class.
Unit 3 The Nile. For this unit, we focus on the
Continent
of
Africa. We started the unit by challenging our
perceptions.
of Africa or what we think we know about Africa.
First, we traveled far back in time to visit the
Ancient
like
Egyptians.
Egyptian and Ramses II.
Second, we visit
Ancient Kush.
in Egypt. Third, we saw how Egypt changed over time as the
Greeks, Romans, Persians, Ottomans,
and
British.
all came to power.
After our time travel trip, we travel along
Space,
to visit
contemporary
regions along the Nile.
we started in contemporary
Egypt,
Then we traveled to
Sudan,
After Sudan, we traveled in
Ethiopia,
finally we traveled to contemporary
Uganda. For our summative assessment, we wrote a
poem
about our trip down the Nile River. We practiced citing our sources.
Unit 4 World Religion.
In Unit 4, we explored how
Religion
and
Culture
influence
Identity. First, we learn about
Hinduism. After that, we'll learn about
Buddhism,
After that, we learn about
Christianity. Then we learn about
Judaism.
Finally, we learn about
Islam.
for all
summative assessment,
we grow
time travel journal,
about the
belief system,
of a
world religions.
Unit 5 Indigenous People Past and Present. The title of Unit 5 was
Indigenous People Past and Present.
In this unit, we learned about
Latin America. We began by exploring
diversity.
in
Latin America, diverse,
means there are
many different
kinds of people and traditions.
We focus on
Indigenous,
Latin America in the
past,
and
Today.
We focused on the
heritage
of 3 of the hundreds of
Indigenous,
groups in Latin America
Aztec, Maya,
and
Inca.
we explored the connection between
Aztec, Maya,
and
Inca,
heritage in the
past,
and
present.
We met a Detroit-based artist named
Kia Arriaga,
She used art to teach others about her
Aztec heritage. Kia asked us to
create brochures
that she can display at her art shows that describe how her art,
represents
Aztec,
past,
and
present. We met
Kia Arriaga
at Scarlet on Friday, May 5th, and sent her our
brochures.
Unit 6, Water in North America.
In Unit 6, we focused on
North America. In particular, we looked at water in North America.
Specifically, we focused on the
Infrastructure,
that brings water from lakes, rivers, and oceans into
your home,
We saw that not everyone has
access,
to clean water. This is an
equity,
issue because it is not
fair. We learned about some of the water infrastructure problems caused by urban sprawl when city gets bigger and bigger.
We did 3 case studies about water infrastructure in USA, Canada, and
Mexico. For our summative assessment, we made an
Infographic
to teach others about the
World Water Crisis. We hung our infographics in downtown Ann Arbor at the Michigan Union to inform, teach students about the World Water Crisis.
And then I saw her face.